Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, February 14th, Valentines Day of 2022. And you're hearting on Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! Welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive on this quite chilly Monday morning, 28 degrees, which is just so cold, or colder than I really want it to be. Ugh. So what to talk about today? There was an actual exciting Super Bowl game that managed to get all the way down pretty much to the wire. And I gotta say that this year, not just the Super Bowl, but the playoff games, I can't recall any super huge blowouts, and all of the visiting teams just doing so well in the playoffs. And the usual suspects, the Patriots, the Cowboys, Tampa Bay, all kind of falling to the wayside. Kansas City, gone. And two teams that had very good years, but I don't think anyone really expected them to get through the playoffs the way they did and beat so many other teams. You know, I mean, you look at the path that Cincinnati had to take. Oh my God. What was it? Tennessee and Kansas City. And I think, I can't remember who else they played. But they played 3 away games to get to the Super Bowl. And as a matter of fact, even the Super Bowl was kind of an away game for them. And LA, I don't know if anybody really expected much from LA this year. And, you know, I mean, they did really well in the beginning of the year, and then they just kind of petered out midway, and then came storming back there at the end. And they, they beat some really good teams to get to the Super Bowl, including the team that kind of put them near and dear to my heart, which was Tampa Bay. Now, when they beat Tampa Bay, regardless of what the final outcome was going to be getting to the Super Bowl, that was the team I was going to root for. So I rooted for them against San Francisco, and I rooted for them against Cincinnati. And it was like, yay, hey, way to go. And so they meet, and there really wasn't all too much of a running game for either team, though Cincinnati certainly had more success with it than Los Angeles did with Mixon. But in the end, LA pulled it out at the last minute. A couple of very, very costly penalties and mistakes by Cincinnati. Not so much, I saw they were, first and 10, I think on the 8-yard line. And they were, I think, on second or third down when Cincinnati got called for holding on one of their receivers, which gave them a first down and halfway to the goal line. And I looked at that. It was kind of like, it really wasn't that much. But then on the other hand, Cincinnati also got away with a really, really, really bad face mask. So I figured, okay, well, that kind of evens that out, more or less. And then the very next play, the Cincinnati defender was like all over. I think it was it Cooper Kupp? It was some Los Angeles receiver that he was holding on to the shirt. He was draped over his shoulder. He was in some states that would be illegal before marriage. So yeah, that was definitely a penalty which gave him first down on the 1 yard line. And they didn't do what I kind of expected, which was have one or two plays, mostly just to try to run out the clock a bit, and to get Cincinnati to use some of their timeouts. I mean, they didn't get it. Go ahead, douche. Sorry for my language. They didn't get it on the first try, so Cincinnati did have to use a timeout, and then of course LA finally punched it in. Cincinnati gets the ball back with like a minute and a half, I guess, something. I don't even remember what the total time was that they got the ball back. But they really, and they gave it a good try. They got all the way to the midfield mark before, and really all they had to pass. There was no doubt that passing was their only option at that point. Let's see. Oh, here's that jerk that just was zooming through traffic, and there he is, right there, stuck in traffic along with everybody else. I don't know, some people's kids. And LA ended up taking it. So that was the team I was rooting for. But I think to me, the most, because, really, in all honesty, it wasn't the Dolphins, which is my main team. It wasn't the Redskins, the Commanders. It wasn't the Ravens. It wasn't Cleveland. These are all teams that I have some connection to, even if they're not like, my favorite teams. None of those teams were in the Super Bowl. So I had to find someone to root for, and I decided it was going to be the Rams. But if Cincinnati had won, it would have been kind of like, okay. To me, the best part about that game was that it was pretty exciting all the way through. There was never a moment where until the very end, where you said, okay, well, the outcome of this game is no longer in doubt. It was well played, and everybody seemed to do really well. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams. They played a really, really good game. And, they took it home. And I think, to me, the part that was, one of those feel-good stories, there was a number of players with the Rams who had been with various other teams and had just never really been appreciated. Odell Beckham getting knocked out of the game just before halftime. He's played with a number of teams. And then you have Matthew Stafford, who spent, a decade with the Detroit Lions, just getting the crap pounded out of him while playing for a series of just not really good teams. And he was like the one bright spark. He didn't always make all the right decisions, but he was on a team that really just grinded him down. And when he got to Los Angeles and they finally made it into the Super Bowl, I was, one of my thoughts was, if LA wins this game, good for Matthew Stafford. The guy is an above-average quarterback who played for a below-average team for many, many years and didn't really get the respect and accolades that he deserved as a quarterback. You know, you had guys like Brady and Roethlisberger, and even guys like Mahomes, who have all won Super Bowls, and you know, many of them are very, very talented, but they didn't really have to struggle the way that Matthew Stafford did. So I was happy for Matthew Stafford that he got a ring. He and all those guys who played a pretty good game really, really deserved it. And it was a fun game to watch. So I was happy about the outcome of the game. Now, I haven't mentioned Valentine's Day. It's not really something that my wife and I celebrate. You know, it's kind of a made up holiday. However, there's lots of people out there that do, and I hope that if you are spending time with your significant other today, that the holiday means something for you, and that you get to have a great time today. Go out to dinner if you can find some place to go, because every place is going to be pretty much packed. That's just kind of how it works sometimes. Hey, Troy. So I guess that's going to do it for today. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you want to send me an email, that you can send that to podcast@vertshark.com or guy@mymac.com. Two great ways to get me email. I'm on the Twitters. I am Mac Parrot and or Vert Shark over there on the Twitters. If you want to see the videos, so not the MyMac podcast video this week because I was dumb, go to YouTube, look up Vert Shark. That is the name of the channel that I have. And then like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Those three things. And you will get all the notifications. And smash that like bell. Smash it! Make it pay for its impertinence. And of course, the MyMac podcast, we're coming up on our 600th show in probably 2 weeks. Probably. Never know. But I've been doing that show for a really long time with Gaz. And happy Valentine's Day to Gaz and his wonderful wife, Mrs. Gaz, for putting up with my nonsense for all this time. All this time. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, you stay where you are. Thank you. And what else? What else is there? Oh, you can help support the stuff that I do by going on over to Patreon, patreon.com/Mac Parrot. You can go to coffee, ko-fi.com/Mac Parrot, or you can pay a pal over there at the PayPals, paypal.me/Mac Parrot. That is going to do it for today. Thank you all sincerely for joining me, however you see this, over on Guy's Daily Drive. Almost forgot where I was because I'm also driving a car. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to come and see me over here. It's so nice. Thank you all. So, big. That happens every day. That dip. That's an everyday dip. Everyday dip. Thank you for joining me on Guy's Daily Drive. And I will see all of you, next time right here on Guy's Daily Drive. Bye-bye.